Hello, and welcome to a monthly product update from Finsweet. It is September, and we have a lot of updates for you. We have a big one, and that is the components pricing, right? Last monthly product update, we announced Finsweet Components, and there was a lot of freelancers and agencies that it really didn't work out for them, the pricing that we released. So we have an update. We're going to talk about it during this stream, but this is a normal monthly product update. We're going to go through each one of our products and we're going to really be as transparent as possible. That's the point of these live streams. We want to tell you exactly what we're working on, tell you what we've shipped, tell you the challenges that we have, and of course, respond to what you asked for. And that's what we're talking about today. So let's get into this. Let us start with attributes first. I'll say this one, we are working on it. We're absolutely working on it. We've put it on a bit of a hold on the technical side, and that's why there are so many delays here with attributes, right? We have a lot of updates, release products, great things happening on our other product lines, and attributes has taken just a little bit of a back seat. It's coming. We're working on it. It's going to be awesome. I promise you this. V2 is on the way. The list solution is what we're waiting for, and I really believe it's going to be worth the wait. We're working also on cross-site components. We're also working on a search solution. So a lot of cool things happening here. Attributes still very important to us. And let's move on now to Wized. Wized, always shipping things. We have shipped our Airtable integration. That is great. A lot of users asking for that. This is now going to give you a much easier path for integrating Airtable with Webflow, with Wized, with any of your other products. So this is a great one for a lot of people. We have also released manual publishing to Webflow.io staging sites. Now Wiz is going to work exactly like Webflow does, where you can manually publish on or off the staging or the live domain. Also shipped Supabase get list requests. We have new range from and range to fields. We have new token prefix field for authentication headers in REST requests. When we ship things, it's because you ask for them, and that is what the Wized roadmap is. So what we're working on this month, smaller embed config files for faster load times. Now, nobody has asked us actually to make it faster. We're already pretty fast. We're already very fast, I should say, but we're going even smaller. When we find ways to optimize, we're going to optimize. And yeah, that is something we're working on this month, very close to shipping. UI rework, new elements panel. These are big ones. We have heard so much about how Wized can be challenging for larger projects. It can be challenging when you really start to think like a developer. People are thinking so intelligently in Wized, building massive projects. We're so impressed with this. And really, we're reworking the UI to account for that. We're now building a UI that's for developers, built by developers, and we're going to think like developers. And we're going to have a left side panel, a right side panel. It's going to be really cool. That's coming soon. That's going to help you work on bigger and better projects in Wiz, more organized, and yeah, just thinking more like a developer. We all need to do that, right? Developers are smart people. We are building websites. When we think like developers, we will probably get better results. Also working on this month, quota usage email notifications. When you're reaching your quota, we'll let you know. Okay, moving on. The big one. Maybe a lot of you are waiting for this one in particular. First, we have some standard items shipped. We are now able to detect videos, Google Fonts, and Google Maps and provide instructions on how to make them GDPR compliant. We released our cookie consent tool with the idea that we're giving you the components to make things GDPR compliant. allowing or disallowing cookies loaded on the website. Now, there are some ways for cookies to get in there that, let's say, are not the standard way that something like Google Analytics or the Facebook Pixel would work. That would be like embedded videos, like YouTube videos, Google Fonts, Google Maps. Now we are integrating these types of solutions into Finsweet Components cookie consent so that you can really cover full GDPR compliance. And I'll tell you, I think the team's pretty excited about really getting further to GDPR compliance, right? There's a whole other world out there past the solution we've given you, right? We're giving you a solution to make part of your GDPR compliance look beautiful and function beautiful. But really, I think we're going to be focusing a lot more on growing that consent tool and really helping you with GDPR compliance throughout your entire website process. So that's a fun one. Excited about that one. We acted immediately after we launched. What we're working on this month: copy paste Finsweet components from one project to another. This is a big one. We really want Finsweet components to feel like your home for all JavaScript components for all of your projects. Being able to very easily put copy and paste elements and components from one project to another, we want to make that seamless. We want to make that all integrated. We are also releasing a library of pre-made production-ready components ready to use in Webflow. So imagine fully designed sliders, ready to go, looking beautiful, copy paste into your project, just change a few colors, and now you have a beautifully designed slider with all of the features and functionalities that you want. That's what we're going for, right? We want to have copy paste ready for everything. Now, the new pricing. This is a big one. This is really, I would say, the main topic of this monthly product update. Last month, we released Finsweet Components, and we heard a lot of people that were unhappy about our introductory pricing. We understand. You are probably a freelancer or an agency, some service provider of Webflow, and a monthly service cost for building for clients just may not work for your model. And we never meant for components to be all the components for one monthly cost, right? That was not the plan, just our introductory offer. And now we've heard feedback. We understand what we need to do. We're an agency. We understand. And we've come up with a plan that should work for all of you. The $10 per month will be a good deal in the future. I promise you that. It's still available right now. You can get it. It will be a solid deal. We have a lot of plans for components, and paying $10 per month for all of the components will be a great price. But we understand that project subscriptions are just not ideal for you. So the plan is no monthly subscriptions, right? That's what we heard, and we're not going to do monthly subscriptions. It's going to be one payment and you're done. And yeah, one payment and you're done. We're going to talk a lot more about this. I'm first just kind of easing into this, and we're going to show you pricing tables. We're going to show you explanations, right? We're even answering some of the most frequently asked questions. But just know you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to use Finsweet Components. You can pay once and just be done. We'll give you the two options, right? Pay monthly. We're not taking away pay monthly. It does work for some people, but we will offer the one time. We actually exceeded our 1 month goal of project subscriptions, which is great. There are people that like the monthly model, right? If you're building your own website, or you are not a service provider, you're a company with an in-house team, right? This absolutely works for you. But agencies and freelancers, we have the model for you. So let's take a look at the pricing table that shows the roadmap for all of Finsweet components, the pricing, and even the components that we will build. Here in the first column, it shows the monthly cost for using a component. So you can see here a slider, is $5 per month. The second column here shows the one-time cost. This is called project lifetime. And in this example, the slider is $99. One time, you pay $99 and you can use it forever on that project. For the project's lifetime, you never have to pay us, you never have to hear from us or anything. It just works. So I'll scroll through this list and you can see what our estimated costs are for monthly subscription and project lifetime. So scrolling through here, we have on our roadmap slider, well, we delivered slider. On the roadmap, tabs, tooltip, lightbox, range slider, announcement, before and after, text animation, number count, countdown timer, date picker, GSAP builder, video embed, file upload, PDF embed, audio player, cookie consent is shipped, and age verification, YouTube gallery, advanced search, Google Maps, Instagram feed, LinkedIn feed, and the essentials package. Some of these are already built as attributes. Some of these will be with third-party libraries. Some of these will be our own solutions entirely. The idea is that with Finsweet Components, you are going to have really all the components that you would need for a project. If it's JavaScript powered, we want to help you build it. So with the project lifetime, first, let me back up and say these are all estimated prices, right? None of these are final except for the slider and the cookie consent. Slider is going to be $5 per month, paid monthly, or $99 one-time project lifetime. And that's for as many views and as many sliders on the project as you'd like. And then the other one that is finalized is cookie consent, which is $10 a month, or the $279 project lifetime. So these are confirmed. Everything else is estimated, but it's pretty close, right? We're releasing this table. We're going to put it on the Finsweet Components website because this is a really good and transparent view of what we are trying to do here. We believe that this project lifetime cost for freelancers and agencies can help you integrate Finsweet Components completely into your work, completely into your invoicing and the way that you run your freelancing and agency business. Now, let's talk about what project lifetime means. This is a plan that's made especially for you. There's really not many products online that work like this, but we believe that this is great for really for everybody listening here, freelancers, agencies, people who are building projects for others, or people really that don't want to manage a subscription. So a project lifetime term is really you purchase it one time, one cost, you set the domain name, and then it will work on that domain name forever without any further costs or payments. So I buy the cookie consent tool, I pay for it, I set the domain, finsweet.com. That cookie consent tool will always work on finsweet.com. Absolutely. So what if my domain name changes? The goal, the idea of this plan, this type of pricing strategy is that it is for a specific project that you buy it for and set the domain for. So it will allow you to change the domain as long as it's for the same project or company. When you're buying project lifetime, you're actually buying the ability to use the component for a specific project. That's how we're setting it up. That's how it's going to work. So we'll be lenient with domain changes, right? If a company rebrands or they're acquired or it's the same company behind who the purchase was for, that is accepted, right? We're not going to accept domain name changes that are clearly for different projects. So bulk discounts. This is another thing that really we responded to. You wanted to not pay monthly subscription. You wanted to have bulk discounts. This was set for you, freelancers and agencies. If you buy multiple components in one checkout, you are going to get a nice discount for that. So it's designed for freelancers, agencies, big projects, anybody that wants to save money by really pre-purchasing components. So, for example, if you absolutely know you're going to use Finsweet Components cookie consent in all of your projects, you can buy 10 cookie consent components, get the 30% discount, and then just use those components as you have new clients. And maybe over 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever the time is, you can then set the domain for those purchases and you really get a discount 30% on the whole purchase. So this is a great way for, again, freelancers and agencies to win, capitalize using Finsweet components. Okay, monthly subscription. This is pretty standard. Not much to talk about here. You pay monthly, you get access to the component, and you can change your domain name at any time, right? It's not really that project lifetime restriction at all. Okay, so that's the pricing. This is what we're going with. We have not released this yet. We are just announcing it at the monthly product update. Next, we're going to talk about a comment that we heard a lot after we launched, and I really didn't like to hear it because it's not the way that we want to represent Finsweet Components. A lot of people talked about Finsweet Components as a developer tool. And we've created a page to address this frequently made comment and explain the way that we're thinking about it. And we really want to paint the whole picture of Finsweet Components and how it's going to really change the way that you build JavaScript-powered components in your project. So it's not a developer tool. It's a publish page tool. I'm going to review this page, not read it, right? I'm not going to sit here and read to you. This is published. You can read it. I'm going to scroll through it, but just hitting some main points, going over some examples of the way that we approach this. So we're selling a managed JavaScript service to host and serve your JavaScript components on your website. It's not just building the components. We care about every load. We want every load to be successful. If something is not successful, we're going to fix it. So what is Finsweet Components? High quality, feature-rich JavaScript components, no code. We have our configurator in the Webflow app. It allows you to customize each web component exactly like you want it. It fully integrates with Webflow, which is a challenge, right? We want our components to feel like they are part of the native platform, and it takes a lot of time and effort to go and do that. The big one, the reason that we're talking about all of this is Finsweet Components is a managed service that organizes and delivers JavaScript code for your project. We also have ongoing monitoring for updates, browser bugs, device incompatibilities, and deprecated browser features, right? Anything that stops working, we're on it, we're going to fix it. Also support, right? We're not done, right? We're not done right now. We have a lot to do after your site launches. So let's talk about that through an example. We came up with the home builder example. Let's get those emojis in there. Nice. Okay, home builder example. Imagine there is a home builder and they are hired to build a home. They need tools like a drill, a hammer, clamp, level, ladder, safety equipment, right? There's a lot of tools that a home builder needs to build a home. And these are called developer tools because they help the home builder create the house, right? Simple. Now, the key detail, super key, that makes these developer tools is that once the house is built, the tools are no longer needed. Developer tools are only needed during the building of the home. That's the key. The family's moved in, right? Your client has taken the website or it's live and they're represented by the website. The home builder's toolbox is no longer needed. The hammer, the ladder, the screwdriver, the ladder, everything, it is no longer needed in the delivery. the developer takes those back with them, and it's completely separated. Finsweet Components is needed after your job is done as the developer. Again, manage JavaScript service. If you take away Finsweet Components from a published project, the JavaScript is not delivered, the elements that rely on that break, and your site doesn't work anymore. That's just like any other managed service with Webflow, right? There's tons of them that manage some type of JavaScript or some type of configuration for you. And it's ongoing to make sure that every publish is consuming and absorbing that code correctly. So to summarize, a developer tool is not needed after the project is delivered. A publish page tool is required after the project is delivered. Finsweet Components, you have to rely on it. You should rely on it. And when your site is delivered, we continue to work. And now this is the important part. A lot of these comments came from people saying that they wanted to pay for the subscription, right? You, the service provider, freelancer, agency, you want to assume, you want to pay on behalf of your client. It's a developer tool. So I want to pay, $100 per month, and I want to have access to it, and I can use it on all of my client sites. We cannot let you do that. It gets messy for you, for us, for the end customer. Very dangerous. We came up with 2 scenarios to show you why you can't pay for something on behalf of your clients. Or I shouldn't say why you can't, why it's dangerous. Scenario 1, you build a website for 10 clients. You build websites for 10 clients under our fictional 10 sites package monthly subscription. You're going to pay $40 a month to use Finsweet Components on those 10 sites. You build the sites, and then you cancel your subscription with Finsweet Components, right? So you're paying $40 a month, you get 10 sites, everything's good. What happens when you cancel your subscription? Do the sites still work? Do they still use Finsweet Components? And how does Finsweet get paid for the sites that it's managing JavaScript for? How does that work if you are assuming the cost and you go and cancel that subscription? So that's a really basic, really straightforward. That would happen a lot if we set this up. And now we'll go over scenario 2, which is super scary for us. A lot of people wanted an unlimited sites plan. They pay some amount, could be $100, $200, $500, $1,000 a month, right? Doesn't matter the amount. If you pay for unlimited sites, let's say you add it to 50 active client sites, all 50 have Finsweet Components on their site, and now you, the developer, cancel your subscription after 1 month. Imagine 1 month. So what happens to those 50 sites? Did Finsweet just allow 50 websites to use Finsweet Components for $199? That's not good business. That is not how we're able to grow this product, right? We showed the pricing table. There's a lot of components on that. We want to make this the go-to solution here. And 50 websites, the potential of 50 websites for $199 after somebody cancels their subscription just doesn't work. So everything fails here because it's not a developer tool. It's needed after the site is launched. Finsweet Components is still providing a service for you afterwards. So we don't think you should pay for it. That's why we came up with the one-time plan. I should say you shouldn't be paying for it on a monthly basis. That's what we mean. You can be paying for it, right? And the next thing we're going to talk about is how you can pay for it, but shouldn't be monthly. So what's next? Go and check out the project lifetime. That is what we created to stop this problem from happening, right? This is a huge challenge to prevent that one-time payment. Everyone's happy. We've created some more content for you. We're not going to go over it on the stream, but you can go and check this out on the Finsweet Components website. We're talking about how to integrate project lifetime plans into your agency model. Freelancers agency, this one is for you. We see a clear way to integrate Finsweet components directly into your service cost. And we also see an option for invoicing the client directly for Finsweet components. But if you go check out this page, which is in the description in this video, the integration into service cost, you'll see that there's a really good opportunity to increase your margins, right? You can charge your customers more. You can charge them the same thing. And we believe with your time savings, you'll end up making more money. You'll be more efficient and you'll just work better. So we have some examples about that below. And that's it for Finsweet components. Let's now move on to CMS Bridge. Okay, CMS Bridge is launching on September 17th. We will have a dedicated live stream for it. We launched Finsweet components last monthly product update, and it just felt a bit rushed. I don't think these monthly product updates are for launches. They're literally for updates, for information about existing products. I think we needed to share a little bit more about Finsweet components when we launched it. So we decided, CMS Bridge, let's do this the right way. Let's go and have a dedicated launch. That's going to happen September 17th. It will be ready for you to use, and you can join the live launch, the launch live stream, and register for a special discount. It's going to be a pretty big discount if you come to the stream and fill out the form. You can also watch the video tutorials. We'll be releasing those on the 17th as well. You'll get free support in Finsweet Forum. Finsweet Forum actually has a number of changes that may even make it to the next monthly product update as a whole item. We're really trying to make Finsweet Forum now supporting all of our products. So that is going to be supported. CMS Bridge, we're excited for that one. You can also vote for CMS Bridge on Product Hunt. And we are going to retire our beta product, Noble Airtable. We built Noble Airtable a few years ago as kind of released it as a beta, never made the update, and we rebuilt entirely as CMS Bridge. So goodbye to Noble, hello to Bridge. And that's it. That's all the update we have here today. We have the Finsweet Leaders Meeting September 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern. This is a private meeting for Finsweet Plus users with all team leaders for Finsweet products. Q&A, updates, we'll show you some things that we're working on, and that is always a nice time. All right, thank you. This was a great stream. I'm happy about the pricing update. Please let us know what you think. Let us know if this is what you're looking for, and let's do it. Let's build great websites, and see you next month.